Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back for another honest detailed review here in Smartphone Wars. And if you thought Pocophone F1 had the best value on the market, you can think again, because the Xiaomi Mi 8 has just dropped to the astronomical low $369, and for that you get a Snapdragon 845, you get a Sony IMX363, you get Super AMOLED display, you get it all for a mid-ranger's price. And if you want to know why this is the best deal in 2018, I suggest you keep watching. In the package, Xiaomi put in a fast charging charger, which charges the whole phone really fast. I'm talking about 30 minutes gets you 50% battery life and around an hour and 20 minutes for full charge, which is amazing. This phone does not have a headphone jack though, but it does have the 3.5mm to USB Type-C converter and a silicone case. And since it's made out of glass, it's not your lightest flagship and it's definitely not the thinnest, but hey, it's absolutely damn beautiful, especially the blue version. It just screams premium and expensive, but it actually isn't. How did Xiaomi beat OnePlus 6 and OnePlus 6T's price? It's just insane. This is a $369 phone with a 6.2-inch Super AMOLED display, which is not your average Super AMOLED display. It covers HDR10, it also covers DCI P3 rating, so this is a phenomenal display. This is absolutely the best display you can get, up until like $550. It can even go toe-to-toe with some of like Samsung S8 or all the flagships when it comes to display quality. What's really good about this phone is handling, because it has very small bezels and borders. It's very easy to handle with one hand, and this comes with Xiaomi's MIUI 10 preloaded, which makes MIUI 10 much more beautiful and lovely to look at. This like new animations for everything. It's really very stylish, especially on the new multitasking screen, which is really helpful and one of the best innovations Xiaomi have ever introduced up until now. You just look at these gorgeous animations, and what's also really gorgeous is that this phone is powered by the Snapdragon 845, which is devilishly fast. This is a super fast phone. Top of the market for anything is just, until the Snapdragon 855 comes out, this is as good as you can get. And again, this is like below $400 we're talking about, and there's no compromise in anything, no compromise in storage performance, RAM speed or anything. This is just absolutely super fast phone, great for multitasking, browsing or anything. It doesn't hiccup one little bit in absolutely anything you do. Just amazing. And I want to come back to this display. Look guys, at this price, the display of this phone is just the killer feature. We can talk about gaming performance, cameras and stuff like that, but what really sells for me this phone is the absolutely gorgeous and amazing display. You cannot get this great colors, saturation, HDR content, 60 frames per second at this low price. It's absolutely unbelievable. You have to see it to believe it. I just couldn't film it really well to show, but it's absolutely damn breathtaking. That gaming, now that doesn't mean that this phone runs games so far from it. Any game you put on the highest setting will run smooth on the Xiaomi Mi 8. Why the Xiaomi Mi 8 suddenly got the drop of price? Because this was one of the first Snapdragon 845 phones, and it does not come with a liquid cooling system. And the Snapdragon 845 in this phone tends to throttle a little bit and drain more battery life than later introduced Snapdragon 845 devices. Throttling here doesn't actually bring down the performance. I never noticed any performance drops in any of the games I played. These are all top-notch games. I've tried like PUBG you're seeing here. Next one is Asphalt 9, and of course last and not least is Fortnite. But as I said, what I can tell you, gaming for like 20, 25, 30 minutes will get the chip run a bit hotter and battery will start to drain faster. But still, this phone can do around 3.5 hours of non-stop gaming on a full charger, 3400 mAh battery, and this huge 6.2-inch display. I don't think that's bad. More modern 845 flagships with liquid cooling, like the Mix 3, can probably do an hour more. But at this price, it's absolutely a non-deal breaker. And if you can install Fortnite on this phone and run it in epic settings, and it absolutely runs great. Now, last month I tried Fortnite on the Pocophone F1 with the Snapdragon 845, and it didn't run as good as it does here. So the Mi 8 definitely has some sort of improvement, or the Fortnite game got patched and it's now running much better, because at the epic settings 30 FPS, Fortnite not only looks great but absolutely runs flawlessly. So this is the cheapest phone that runs Fortnite this good, and it's the cheapest by far. But now let's talk about the cameras. This is as good cameras as, again, you can get at this price. It supports AI, it has 2 camera sensors, the Sony IMX363 on the back has optical image stabilization, and the video at 1080p is of cinematic quality, just in really top-notch stabilization. Very good autofocusing, as you can see, absolutely dead fast, and it's just, you can capture absolutely amazing images with it. The 4K video has a abundance of quality and it just looks amazing. However, it does not come with any stabilization, so it's a little bit shakier than the 1080p one, but it's still absolutely phenomenal. What really interested me is that the front camera sensor definitely has some sort of electronic image stabilization, because the videos I took from it were really stable. I'll get to the front camera a bit later when it comes to the photo quality. The front camera is really good, but it's definitely not the main point of this device. Now, talk about photo quality. The Sony IMX363 features a dual pixel technology, so it actually takes 24 megapixel images instead of 12. And I can tell the images taken in good and okay lighting conditions with the Mi 8 are absolutely bursting with details. You can zoom, and you get a lot of details. The front camera's images are, again, packed with details, but it's a fixed focus front camera. It's perhaps something to do with a mid-range sensor, and it's really good, but it's definitely not as amazing as the main camera. What I can tell you here, really fast shutter speed, very fast picture taking, really well done HDR. It's just, you can check the DxO mark on this phone is, I think, like 97 or 98, pretty much very flagship worthy. It definitely blows any sub $400–450 phone out of the water as a total package, and it even has 2x optical zoom thanks to that portrait mode second camera on the back from Samsung, which is a real sensor. I think it's absolutely impossible to get a bad shot from this camera unless you're like a really horrible photographer, or you're shooting in like really low light environment with lots of moving objects. There you will get some loss of detail. However, with MIUI's 10's latest patch, they've introduced 960 frames per second slow motion video, and they've also introduced new 19, which is kind of like HDR for your night shots, but it really brightens up the picture. So here's a shot without 19, and here's the one with it. It's just, the quality is much better, the light sources are much clearer, and it takes like 1 second to hold the phone. You don't have to hold it for like 5 or 6 seconds or so. So it's one of the best, even for night shots as well. So you get absolutely all of this amazing display, really good battery life, incredible build quality, cameras, gaming performance, NFC quick charging for $369. At this price, you just don't have to think about it. If you like this phone, just go and buy it. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's absolutely incredible. This has been my full review of the Mi 8. Check out my other reviews and subscribe to my channel for more stuff like this.